As you may know, in line with the rest of the country, our cases in Cornwall are going up a bit. And one of the ways, including hands, face, space and fresh air, that we can help keep each other safe is doing our lateral flow tests. So lateral flow tests are when you don't have symptoms. It's something we can do on a regular basis because about a third of coronavirus cases don't have symptoms. So we can catch people early if we do these tests. You can order them online. You can pop into your community pharmacy and pick up a pack. If you order them, they come in the post. They look like this. And I thought I would today kind of go through what comes in this pack, because I think it can be a little bit intimidating if you've not done it before, or even if you have done it before and you're not even sure you've done it right. So I'll pull out what we've got here. So what comes in are this bag of looking like teeny tiny test tubes. They look like this. They're quite squishy, and I'll say why that's important in a bit. And they've got these little lids. What you want to make sure you do before you start touching on any of this stuff is make sure that your hands are nice and clean. So make sure you wash or hand sanitize. Let's see what else comes in here. If you pull out everything you can, there's another little box on the inside. That little box is important. I'll just pull everything out so you can see. Because what we're going to do with that little box, you can see it's got a little place for your little plastic test tube that we just talked about. So place this on a table near you. Take one little test tube, pop it in the hole. So it'll hold it upright because that's where we're going to put some liquid that's going to contain our sample when we do our LFT. So that's really the first bit. Next bit, you've got this little bag here of the fluid that we mix in with our little sample once we've taken it. And they come in these little kind of droppers. And so we twist the top off and then you squeeze it into your little test tube. Yes, this goes in the little bin. And now you've got some fluid there that we're going to put our sample in. Next thing that you'll see is lots of these. The packs come in packs of 7, so you've got kits for 7 tests in there. So you see some of the 7 of these as well. This is your test. Your hands are nice and clean, as we remember, so you can take the test out. And this will be what it looks like. When you've taken your test and you've got your results, positive, negative, or void, which the instruction booklet will tell you how to read, you can go online and you register the test. And what's great about these little guys here is that instead of having to enter in this really long number when you've done your test, is you can scan the little QR code and it reads the number for you and it logs the test, and then you just have to put your details in rather than the long number. Okay, so that's the test. Next bit is your swab. So it comes with 7 of these little guys here. What you want to make sure is you open it on the end that doesn't have the little fuzzy bits. So you want the plastic end when you open it up. Okay, and don't take it all the way out until you're ready to do the swab, because what we don't want to do is contaminate this end with anything that might be around your house on surfaces or from other people. Okay, there's also included in this crazy humongous pack loads of these little plastic baggies. So all of your waste you can put in the plastic baggie, seal it up, and put it straight into your bin. Okay, and then it also has step-by-step guide for what to do. And one of the most important bits here is where it says, maybe I'll find it, how to actually read the test. So once you've done your test, how you can read it, tell whether you've got a positive, negative, or void result, and then you know what you can enter in. So let's make sure when you get your result, you read it properly, and then if you've got a positive test, please make sure that you immediately self-isolate and order yourself a PCR test. You can do that quickly online, and there's lots of ways you can do that through the post. You can do go to our testing centres here in Cornwall. There's lots and lots of availability. And this is the confirmation PCR test to make sure that positive is positive, or if it's not, it'll let you know if it's a negative. If you've got negative LFT, that's great. It doesn't mean you definitely don't have coronavirus. It just means you're not infectious enough to pick it up at the moment. So keep adhering to hands, face, space, and keep testing regularly. It's recommended that you do this 2 times a week, every week, and we need to really integrate this into our lives moving forwards. The roadmap might be a little bit bumpy right now, but this is one of the things that will get us out. Some quick pro tips for doing your swabs quickly, because this is a lot too long of a video. Relax when you try to do it. The throat, and then when you put it up your nose, I'm not going to do it for you right now, but when you do it, try to relax the face. It will really help it not be as uncomfortable when you put it in the nose, but you really need to get it up there. When you put it into your liquid, swish it around a little bit to get some liquid onto your sample, and then because this tube is quite squishy, when you go to mix it around a bit, you squish the tube and kind of smush off some of that liquid, so you know you've got a really good sample. I find when I do the test, when I pop this little lid on, I need to be a little bit aggressive when I flip it over. I can't just go like this. I have to go a little bit shaking. I'm not squeezing it when I do that. I just kind of go boop, so that I can squeeze 2 drops into the little testing area on your test strip, okay? I find that's really helpful. Hopefully that will be helpful for you as well. But that's about it. Make sure you get a really good sample, make sure your hands are clean, and do a little bit of an extra aggressive swoosh when you try to drop it in, okay? Make sure that you put everything into your little plastic bag and put it in the bin and wash your hands after, okay? Thanks.